The moment Aria spoke the name, the world seemed to freeze. All of Kael's determination, his focus, his drive, it all twisted into a cold, hard fury. The Mastermind wasn't some distant villain. It was a ghost from their past. A betrayal that cut deeper than any blade. He wasn't just fighting for justice anymore. This was personal. He swore an oath, not just to himself, but to the memory of his master, to protect both Murim and Eridoria from this treachery. Beside him, Lyra's hands crackled with magical energy. Takeru's grip tightened on his katana, and Aria's gaze was sharp and unyielding. They were no longer just a team. They were a united front, a storm gathering to deliver retribution. The name was Kaito, a former Murim sect leader, a man whose ambition had festered into a poisonous obsession. He had been exiled, forgotten, but he hadn't been idle. He had discovered the Nexus Stone and saw in it not a source of balance, but a tool for absolute power. His plan was as insane as it was brilliant, to use the stone's immense energy to tear a permanent gateway between Murim and Eridoria. He didn't want to just visit one world or the other. He wanted to smash them together. Imagine Eridoria's raw, untamed magic flooding into Murim, amplifying its ancient martial arts to godlike levels. Kaito wasn't just planning an invasion. He was planning to rewrite the very fabric of reality, creating a new world in his own image. Their destination was a fortress that shouldn't exist, a monstrous structure of twisted metal and dark stone built at the very point where the energies of Murim and Eridoria bled into one another. It was Kaito's stronghold, a testament to his madness. The air itself thrummed with a sickening power, a chaotic blend of ki and mana. Getting inside was the first hurdle. The fortress was crawling with Kaito's followers, disciples he had swayed with promises of ultimate power. What was truly sickening was seeing familiar faces among them, esteemed masters from Murim sects, their eyes glowing with the corrupting influence of the Nexus Stone. Their movements a perversion of the martial arts Kael had revered his entire life. Each fight was a painful reminder of how deep Kaito's poison had spread. Kael, Lyra, Takeru, and Aria moved as one. A whirlwind of steel, magic, and fists, cutting a path through the corrupted ranks. With every step deeper into the fortress, Kael felt a growing unease, a resonance that plucked at the strings of his memory. Fragments of his past, moments with Master Jin, flashed before his eyes. It was near the fortress's core that the truth finally slammed into him. The energy here was familiar, tainted. He saw a vision, a memory, not his own, of Master Jin facing another man. That man was Kaito. They weren't just colleagues. They were bitter rivals. Kaito always grasping for more power, always coveting the control and respect that Master Jin commanded effortlessly. And then, the most devastating revelation of all, his master's death. It was no accident, no tragic training mishap. Kaito had orchestrated it. He had used the forbidden power of the Nexus Stone, a weapon from another world, to eliminate his rival and clear his path to supremacy. The grief and rage that filled Kael was a fire that threatened to consume him whole. Finally, they reached the heart of the fortress, a vast chamber where a swirling vortex of energy pulsed with terrifying light. There stood Kaito, no longer a ghost but a man radiating immense power, the Nexus Stone embedded in a gauntlet on his arm. He looked at Kael not with hatred, but with a kind of triumphant ownership. He explained his grand design, his voice ringing with fanaticism. He would merge the two worlds, creating a new, superior realm where magic and martial arts would become one. A world of infinite potential, a world he would rule as its supreme good. And Kael, with his unique heritage, his innate connection to both ki and mana, was the final key. Kael wasn't just an obstacle. He was the catalyst Kaito needed to unlock the Stone's ultimate power and finalize the fusion of worlds. Kaito laughed, raising the gauntlet. The chamber erupted in power. The fight was unlike anything they had ever experienced. Kaito was a maelstrom of deadly martial arts, enhanced by chaotic, destructive magic. He moved with impossible speed, striking with the force of a mountain, his every attack a blend of precise Murim technique and raw Eridorian energy. Lyra's barriers shattered. Takeru's blade was parried with contemptuous ease, and Aria's light-based attacks were swallowed by the darkness Kaito commanded. They were pushed back, overwhelmed, their strengths seemingly insignificant against a man who wielded the power of two worlds. Pushed to the very brink of defeat, something inside Kael snapped. The rage, the grief, the desperate need to protect his friends and honor his masterate. All converged. He stopped trying to separate his ki and his mana. He let them flow together, guided by pure instinct. A new power surged through him, a perfect synergy of martial arts and magic he never knew was possible. His body glowed with a fierce, golden aura as he met Kaito's next strike. The real battle had just begun, and the fate of everything they knew hung in the balance.